Welcome back to This Week at the Chamber, giving you the top 4 things you need to know going into this week. In fact, it's Friday. We're recording this. Spoiler alert, we're not actually live right now because we're in Little Rock. We are there for the Arkansas Economic Developers and Chamber Executives Conference. That's that long acronym, the AEDCE. That group hosts an annual conference every year. A lot of professional development, a lot of connecting with our peers and learning from what is going well in the state. And that's where we are. So
yeah, looking forward to it. We're having fun, I bet.
Yeah, I bet we're having fun. I bet we're learning lots and taking
Yes.
good notes. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So
What else
Yes.
is happening this week?
Yes. So there's going to be another release for a Leadercast video. This one is going to focus on artificial intelligence. So learn a little bit about that because, that's the way of the future, it seems.
It seems, this year's theme is human intelligence, and all of that is focused on how artificial intelligence seems to be the future, but you still can't replace some of the human intelligence pieces. The leadership behind human interaction, you won't be able to replace that.
No.
And so they're kind of highlighting how people are using AI, but how some of the same leadership principles are still staying true.
Yes. Don't panic.
Yeah, don't panic. Yes, great addition there. And then what else is happening this week?
Well, we are preparing our signups for our Youth Leadership Academy coming up. It'll be kicking off pretty soon, so we're going to open that up to high school juniors all across the county.
We have had lots of questions from our counselors that are saying, have we missed the applications? Where are they? We've got students. We're ready for them. And here they are this week. So
Yes.
they didn't miss them.
No.
We just haven't released it yet.
I'm excited that we've got a lot of people interested, so that'll be great.
And youth leadership will look a little bit different this year. I think we're going to highlight a lot more field trips and experiential learning and some life skills in a different way. So we'll do some customer service. We'll do some hospitality type of things. We'll do resume building and mock interviews again, some finance skills, some life skills, and hopefully that's some good experience that they're using for whether it's college interviews and applications or if it's going straight into the workforce in some capacity of understanding what the opportunity is right here in Boone County.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity. These are the things that we hear about, from our investors. And so we can kind of mold some of these programs to sort of meet the need. And so I think it's going to be really great to get some youth trained up in areas that'll benefit them in their work future.
I agree. Let's get them signed up.
Yes.
All right. The other things, that's about it for this week. But we have upcoming events that are in future weeks that we want to highlight. A couple of them are the Arkansas Businessist Workshop. We'll have a partnership with the State Chamber, with the Small Business Administration, with Arkansas Capital, and all of them. They're going to be here, but they're bringing in local panelists. So they're not bringing in panelists. They are bringing in some, but they've asked people through us to help represent different subject matter expertise here in the community. So talking all about launching and growing your business and different aspects, different perspectives that you might want to be thinking of. That should be a good one on September 14th.
Absolutely.
And then, you want me to just keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
I'll keep going. We have 2 more on the schedule. So we have the HR best practices. So we'll be partnering with the North Arkansas Human Resource Association, put together kind of a panel talking about retaining employees, talking about recruiting employees, talking about just like other resources that you might want to watch out from because most small businesses don't have a dedicated human resource person. Right. So there's some learning that can happen there.
Again, another opportunity to respond to what our investors say that they need. We need ways to try to build up ways to retain great workforce. And so we're hoping to, start right in there at the HR level. So it'll be good.
And closely related to that is our other workshop that's on the schedule, which is going to be for group benefits. So I think the title that we've settled on is growing your business and retaining top talent through group benefits. And so giving the resources to small businesses to try to have health insurance, to try to have vision, dental, like that kind of insurance package can help attract and retain top talent,
Yes.
so that they're covered, so they can take care of their family, that sort of thing.
Correct. The plan is to break it down to where it's not an overwhelming, impossible task for small businesses to try to offer this to their employees and help themselves in the same process.
In the process. Steve Bailey with Armor Insurance has been an awesome advocate for this, and has been exciting to work with us, and is very much passionate about the chamber and helping this community. And so we're thankful to have Steve, and be looking for registration information and marketing for that in the near future.
Yes.
That's this week.
That's great. I'm excited.
Yep. We have a guest today talking about the AR Biz Assist Luncheon.
Mm-hmm.
Is Trish Valines with the Arkansas State Chamber of Commerce, talking about what to expect at that workshop.
Yep. Take it away, Trish.
Welcome back to the Taking Care of Business podcast. And today in studio, I've got Trish Valines. Welcome.
Thanks, Wilson. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So tell us about what we're here to talk about today, but also maybe let's start with, you work for the State Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. I work for the Arkansas State Chamber of Commerce, where I oversee a program called the Governor's Quality Award Program. And that program's really focused on helping businesses improve.
Yeah, when we were in Leadership Arkansas, you came and did a presentation,
Yep.
actually, and there were multiple testimonies in that group that were like, hey, we didn't win
Right.
the Governor's Quality Award, but just going through the process, did I name it right? Okay, sorry, you made a face, and I was
No,
thinking,
I was like,
oh,
you're
did I
right.
get the wrong name?
No, I was excited.
But just going through the process was so helpful of us thinking about our business differently, and like just the exercise of writing it out
Absolutely.
and applying was so important. People say the same thing about like applying for Chamber of the Year through ACCE.
Yes. It's a very similar process to that.
So it drives a lot of stuff. But we're here to talk about Arkansas Biz Assist.
That's right.
And the workshop coming up.
Exactly. So part of my job of helping businesses get better, there was an opportunity for the State Chamber to enter into a grant partnership with Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center and the U.S. Small Business Administration.
Can I say that I'm so happy that you didn't hit us with all the acronyms?
No.
Because some people are like, with the ASB, TDC,
I know,
and
no.
the SBA and all the things. So that
I'm
was
just
great.
now getting it to where I can make it flow without
It's a bunch of letters.
stumbling. Yeah.
But yes, a group we've worked with
Yep.
frequently and is very active in Arkansas. And so
So we took over part of this grant, and our focus, the grant is focused on reaching underserved small businesses across the state. So there's some other grant partners that are focused on minority-owned businesses or other types of veteran-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. But for the State Chamber, we decided our portion of the grant was going to be focused on small businesses in rural areas. So what we've done is create these events where we've gone around now to 17 different communities and provided information about how to get a small business started, what resources are available, and then one really cool portion of that is that we've had local panelists come on, an insurance agent, a lawyer, an investor, come on and do a Q&A and a panel to help give some more practical advice too.
And then some of that local flavor too, right? So
Absolutely.
it's not people whose focus is statewide. It's people who know our community, who are in our community. They're our friends and our neighbors, and kind of leveraging both sides of that equation. I think that's going to be important.
Sure, absolutely.
What could people expect when they show up that day? We're looking at a flyer here in front of us.
Yeah.
There's 3, 6, 7, 8 or
Yeah.
so people on the panel, or people who are going to be involved in some way. That's a
Absolutely.
lot of people.
Yeah.
So help me understand like the flow of the day and what somebody could
Sure.
expect when they attend.
So we've kind of got it down to science. People who attend can expect a lunch provided by Arkansas Capital Corporation.
Great.
So we'll have lunch, and about 11:45 we'll get started. And the Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center will do about a 10 to 15 minute presentation on the free resources, that are available to businesses, helping with a business plan, market research, helping with search engine optimization.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll talk about this is what we do and how we can help you. Then the SBA will do another 10 to 15 minute presentation, and they'll talk about their services and the products that they offer. Then we'll bring our panelists up and we'll just have a Q&A. What's the best what are the must-have insurances that I need to invest in before I get my business going? You know, how can I plan for retirement if I'm starting a small business? You know, things that any new business owner or even someone who's been in business for a couple of years may not have worked all the kinks out yet and might be interested in having some, you know, local people give them some advice.
You never know where a small nugget of information is going to come from. You could watch a 1-hour leadership seminar or go to a conference breakout session, and you might spend most of the time thinking, oh, well, I already knew all of this. But if you get one nugget,
Absolutely.
in fact, I find that's worth the whole time.
Well, sure. I'll share this with you. You know, we started Valon's Electric this year, shameless plug. And I have learned so much going through being in charge of this program for my real job and then helping, you know, after hours and stuff with that company too. So I've benefited from this program, definitely. So let's talk about who the panelists are.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we've got Alex Parker with McGoy Insurance. So I think he's going to be great, you know, to give some information about, like I said, those insurance policies that small business owners must have to get going. And Kenzie Williams is the one panelist that you guys secured. I've never got to meet her, so I'm looking forward to meeting her. And I'm really glad that you guys got a marketing person. Most of the events, they can always get an insurance person and a finance person and a banker. We don't always have a marketing person. And I think that that topic is so prevalent for small businesses. It's really overwhelming. Do I do Facebook? Do I do LinkedIn? Do I do, you know, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you know? And so having someone that just provides some practical advice about don't get overwhelmed with it all and find what's right for you.
Gosh, great advice there.
Yeah. So having someone that can really like help people kind of wrap their heads around that will be great. And then Lane Ragsdale, I've known Lane forever, and I'm just so excited to have her come on and talk a little bit about how to plan for the future, and also maybe hopefully give some ideas on how you can help your employees plan for the future. Because sometimes when you're going into small business, you don't have the resources to maybe invest right away, but if you have that on your mind, then you know that you will have a valuable benefit for your employees down the road. And then Signature Bank, Carly Newberry. I'm so excited to have them here. We love Signature Bank. And she will talk about their loan products and the things that they have available for small businesses and what's required to get them. And then Kelsey Bardwell will probably just talk a little bit about like LLC versus sole proprietorship and S Corp. You know, what do you need to consider when you're establishing your small business?
Set yourself up for success with the right formation.
Exactly. So those are our local panelists. So that alone is an exciting lineup.
Yeah, no kidding. And so there will be all sorts of value, especially they'll probably build off each other too, because a lot of those have been doing the kind of small businessist type of work, whether formally or informally with the state chamber or with our chamber or any, you know, they've been very business friendly in the past. So,
well, and I missed Jason. Jason Gober is going to drive over from Bentonville Rogers area, and he is with Arkansas Capital. And so what's great about that is that Arkansas Capital is not a financial institution, but they are a small business administration lender. So a lot of times they can partner with community banks to give a small business owner access to the SBA products, which typically have a lower risk and a lower interest rates, but then that individual doesn't necessarily have to go to a bigger bank that has an SBA focus. You know, they can go to any bank they want if they partner with Arkansas Capital.
Right. Great.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more that we could say except for how about encouraging people to join us September 14th?
September 14th. Lunch is free, provided. And
as long as you sign up.
Yes.
And we sign up where?
There is a QR code on the flyer. There is a registration link on Facebook. Are you guys gonna put it in any email blasts or?
If it hasn't been yet, it will be.
All
yes. Right. So direct links to sign up online through the state. It runs through y'all through the state chamber, but that's where if you don't RSVP, then what happens? You get a water bottle?
No.
Or you're not welcome at all?
No, really, if you don't RSVP, we'll probably have an extra lunch for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we want people to RSVP. 'Cause
Yes, we do.
We'd love to plan appropriately and to know that you're coming, because that'll also
Absolutely.
help our panelists when they're preparing of kind of an idea of who's going to be there, and maybe help some of the creative ideas start flowing. So,
Yes. Thanks, Wilson.
yeah.
And thank you guys. Thank you and Amy and Lloyd for partnering with the State Chamber and planning this. The most successful events we've had, I have a couple before the September 14th event. By the September 14th, I'll be on like my 20th event in this past year.
That's great.
So the most successful ones are the ones where the Chamber is really involved in helping promote it. So I appreciate you having me on today, and I think we're going to have a great turnout.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you. We're excited to partner and bring some value to our businesses. So we'll see you on September 14th.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.